Welcome to the Sword of Truth podcast, the alcohol-fueled, chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with a leather pouch of craft brew on the side. I'm Jade.
And I'm Nate, and on this episode we are burning our way into Chapter 4 of Blood of the Fold.
Sounds pretty badass.
It does, doesn't it? It's very intense. I promise you, many laughs will be had. It'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find a place to stick them in there one way or another.
And eventually beer, so, you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's one of your quotes. It'll be fine.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Or whatever.
Before we get started, I just wanted to add that the shop is officially up on the website in full working order. Please let me know if anything breaks. I'd be happy to help. But yeah, that was a lot of my week this week, getting all that set up. I had to get a lot of help from our friends at 4 Acre Freedom, and they kind of pointed me in the right direction. But it's up there, looks good. Done.
And you notice he said his week, and he got help from our friends, not me, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on that. That's all him, so.
You designed, like the color palette and the overall, the list of shit that had to get put on there was all you. You knew what it needed to be. We just didn't know how to do it. And then you had me figure out how to do it.
Yeah, and I get bored easy. So
Yes.
I did try once or twice, and then I was like, meh. So, thank you, Nate. Good job.
You're welcome. I'm kind of proud of it. So, that's all good. All right. We will get into this chapter. So, our chapter starts with people that we've never met before. Like ever.
New
Anywhere.
people. We don't like new people.
Right. You newbies don't even understand. So these two people are Tobias Brogan and Lunetta, and they're in Aydindril. They're looking at the keep. It says that the amount of magic in the air is making her arms itch, and so she tells Brogan, hey, this is weird, my arms are itching, there's magic, it's never been like this before, I'm a little worried, sounds like.
But she was also smiling. It was like a weird thing, because she seemed like she was worried, but it also said she was smiling, so I don't fucking know.
It made me think that she was maybe crazy a little bit.
Yeah.
She wasn't all there somehow. So she's like, hey, there's this bad thing happening. But yeah, and he doesn't really care. He just tells her to be quiet. So, first paragraph, Brogan's a dick.
Starting off strong.
It is known. So as Brogan looks around the city, he's got a very obvious disdain for it. He refers to the Confessor's Palace as the sanctuary for wickedness. So, apparently not a fan.
Yeah, he obviously hasn't been, waiting to come here like Disney. It's not his Disneyland, I suppose.
No, it doesn't appear to be. There are no rides, for one, so that would be a bummer.
Yeah.
Maybe he could climb up the Confessor's Palace and then jump off, is all I'm saying.
I mean, they've been having shows, though, like beheadings and, the Marizwith that are out front and all that shit. So there's festiveness of
Yeah,
sorts.
kinda. Decoration.
Yeah.
Holiday decoration. When Lunetta tries to make sure that he heard her, obviously he didn't tell me to shut up. He was talking to somebody else. I'll just say it again. He yells to a general and tells him, hey, gag my sister if she won't shut up when she's ordered.
Like a dick.
Very much so. And now we know that they're brother and sister.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's an asshole to his sister. What the hell?
Yeah. And he calls her a name.
Yes, the Stregnicha, which is basically witch.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like her because of magic. And he's in Aydindril, which we know is a pretty magic place. Magic-filled, or a place filled with magical people.
Yeah, they were kind of at the center of everything, so.
And I mean, they are looking at the keep. So I take that back twice. That is a magical place.
Yeah.
It's like the most magical place, almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely floating around there. And this guy definitely, I mean, he obviously doesn't like magic, but he also, right off the bat, you get that, zealot type quality of it.
Oh, yeah.
He's all against the wickedness and all about the creator right out the gate.
And I mean, it goes into a little bit of that almost right away. because she's a Stregnicha, she's tainted to him.
Nah,
she's like dirty.
She's
and
got the taint of the keeper.
I said the word, didn't I?
Yeah.
But she's a blight on the family. Like, nobody would hesitate to kill her ass. She's not, she's like Harry Potter would be. He's the one that you keep in the closet and you don't let your guests see when they come over.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Or like way back in the day when they would like kill the children that were like mentally.
Are you talking about like Romans?
Yeah.
If
or
there was
physically,
anything wrong with the baby,
yeah,
they would just get rid of it because like, no.
Yeah.
Got to make the lion better.
Yeah.
That's what it was all about. But I think this is more of a medieval sense to where, you know, if you're a bastard, there's shame. So if you're a Stregnicha or a witch or somebody who has magic born in these people's family, then you are the black sheep.
Yeah.
Automatically.
The outsider.
Yeah. So it turns out, though, that he's actually the younger brother. She's the older sister. But since his mom went a little nuts because, I mean, magic baby, and his dad died, Brogan was tasked with guiding her. So he's got to be like the moral compass for his older sister who has magic.
Yeah. He's got to teach her the ways of the world and the things she can and can't do and all that shit.
Which apparently he's doing just a swell job at.
Yeah, well, he's got to tell her what the creator wants. She's got to fucking do it.
Do it, damn it. So despite this, he had returned to honor to the family name and was one of the most revered dudes now. He's the dude.
Yeah.
When you think of this group, who we will name very shortly, you think of this dude.
Yeah, he's got respect from all the other dudes. He's like the dudest dude.
He's like what you're saying with the zealot. He's like zealot number one.
Yes.
He is that guy. Every bit of that guy. So that means, because he's the commander of these people, that he has a line to hold to. He would slit his sister's throat if he had to. If she, like, started to turn, apparently, because that's what the duty calls for. And at that point, he'd be like, it sucks, but I'll totally do it.
Yeah.
And I believe him, because he's being an ass.
Yeah, you gotta hold up the values that you preach about, or people won't believe you. So, and yeah, he's being a dick in front of everybody, so they are all well aware that he is willing to throw that bitch down the canyon, if he needs to.
Oh, gosh. I don't want to stab her. She's my sister. Let's just throw her off that cliff over there. But they won't hurt her as long as she keeps helping to root out the Baneling, which is something we learned a little bit about in the last book. We know that Darkenrall is a Baneling.
Yes.
Right? He's somebody that does the bidding of the Keeper.
Yes.
That's basically what a Baneling is.
Yes. It's different than an agent, though. Right? Like, a Baneling works for the Keeper, but an agent, I think, is, like, more directly doing his bidding.
So, like, an agent would be more of a management.
Yeah.
And the Baneling would be, like, you know, lower level.
Like, when Darkenrall was originally in the books, he was a Baneling. But then when he came back from the dead, he was an agent.
Oh, upgrade.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes. I'm pretty sure. So, like, when he came back to do a mission for the Keeper...
Oh, okay.
Then he was an agent.
Then he had the earpiece.
Yes.
White tuxedo. You know he would, too. James Bond, motherfucker. Anyways, so Lunetta keeps herself covered in these scraps of cloth. I don't know if it's just the scraps or if it's, like, on her dress. Like, pinned to them or tied to it.
We kind of see a little bit later that she's trying to shove one in wherever she can. So I feel like she just started shoving pieces of cloth, like, in the clothes she was wearing one day, and she just keeps shoving them.
She just has them in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, why not? But those are her pretties. She loves them. And even though she looks a little bit weird, and apparently people talk down to her, she is way more powerful than she looks.
Which I feel like the people talking down to her and her brother treating her like shit and everything would probably lead to, no matter what. Like
having more power?
No, looking less powerful than you are.
Oh, you mean just outwardly because you're low self-esteem factor and stuff. So you, I don't know, upkeep. It doesn't really say much about that. We know that she doesn't look like she has much money.
No.
People shit on her all the time. Get the, what is it? The shoulder hunch because your head is down all the time. And it just changes your appearance.
Yeah, that's all. I think maybe she's been beaten down a lot, so it doesn't help. Let's just say that. That doesn't help her to have a very strong, confident outer appearance. I'm sure.
But all of this is why Brogan wants to keep her close, right? Because she's powerful as hell. She looks like a street rat, for lack of another term. But, like, she could be an easy target if she didn't fight back, right? Because she doesn't look like a noble person. Like, she looks like somebody you might fuck with if you were a thief or something.
Yeah.
She may not look like she's got a lot of money, but he keeps her close to protect her, and she's powerful, so she can protect him.
But also, he doesn't want her, like, to have her own agency either. Like, he's scared of her also.
Well, yeah.
So he doesn't want her to be out on her own and able to, like, make decisions and do shit that he doesn't want her to do.
So it's more like, I'm just not going to let you out of my sight because I'm going to choose everything for you.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
I'm in control.
Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of keeping control, he looks at this control like using the Keeper's own tool against him. And that's why he's a big fan of the Order.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's got the poster and everything in his room. It's great. They're using witches to bring down magic, which is apparently what he's doing. So he's like, yeah, I get it. Nice method.
Yeah, we're using the bad shit against the bad shit, so we're gonna win against the bad shit. And we're not hypocrites.
Right. No, totally not. Even though we're doing the thing that we don't like people to do.
No, but we're not doing it. We're making them do it.
I can't. I'm sorry. The only difference, though, that he sees is that he doesn't really like the way that they're able to be unguarded. So for the Order, they're like, yeah, we're putting this person in our employ.
Yeah.
They work for us, but they get to go do their own thing. Well, I can't really say that, but like, they're not in cages all day or led around on chains.
Yeah, they're like trusting them to go do things and
they're in much higher positions too.
Have information and shit like that. That could be dangerous.
Which we kind of know now because the sisters are on their way to Emperor Jagang.
Right.
And like, from an outside view, that's of their own free will. Like, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
But we know that's not really the case. So even Brogan's like, yeah, but he doesn't keep them in cages and, subject them. But he does. He absolutely does.
Oh, yeah. They're being controlled in a different way. For
Right.
sure.
So Brogan had brought 500 men into the city with him. But he was prepared to bring his main force if an insurrection occurred.
That would never happen.
Never. The Daharan soldiers in a town, they look a bit uneasy, and the number of them would make Brogan nervous if he didn't know they were all allies. Everybody's buddy here. Everybody's buddy here. Wow. Everybody are buddies here.
We're all friends.
I said it. Yeah, they're buddies. They're friends. And more importantly, allies, so they won't be killed.
Yeah. And
otherwise,
the Midlands.
It doesn't sound like he would be here if that wasn't the case right now.
Right, because if the Midlands still had a foothold in Aydindril, he would not be there. He makes it very clear that you're an idiot if you go into a fight that you can't win or that it's going to be even odds.
Yeah, nobody vain, what was it? It goes into a fair fight?
Yeah, basically.
Or basically, it's vanity that gets you into a fair fight or a fight with long odds.
Yeah. You should only go into a fight if you know you're going to crush the other person.
Right, because the Keeper, he's not all about vanity.
No.
It's not about the flash for him. He's more about get it done. So it's smarter for him to avoid a fight like that until he knows he can win.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like, yeah, death to the enemy. Tee-hee.
Well, I
great.
mean, that's how it makes... I have to process this stuff a lot of times.
It's horrible murder. Yay. So a group of Daharans passes in front of Brogan's men, weapons unsheathed, which he thought was a little weird. They're in battle formation, but they're not in a hurry. So I'm guessing like a patrol.
Yeah.
But like a patrol that needs to be threatening. To prevent, they're talking about insurrection, so they're talking about a patrol with like guns out to make sure that no fuckery will occur.
Yes, they are trying to be threatening, but they are also very much not